What's up? I'm testing if the audio works fine. Yeah, seems fine to me. So, okay, what are we doing today? We are backtesting Nasdaq on futures, and I'm backtesting an iFVG strategy that I'm starting to implement, and I've backtested this for a while now. I actually am risking 3% a trade. So 3% a trade, and I started January 1st, 2023. We are now at the end of February, and we are around 42% up. I'm not fully sure if this is sustainable with so great profit, but I have taken fairly good amount of trades, and it's been decent. Looking at the analytics, you can see what's been going on. Fairly many of the break evens, and that's simply because I move my stop loss to break even very aggressively. But that's basically needed for this strategy, because there are some times when my, I guess, drawn liquidity is incorrect, and then I'm still able to get the break even or even win a little bit of the profits because I move so aggressively, and I've been liking it, and I'm considering taking I don't know, Apex account, maybe like 50k Apex account, and I've been thinking like it's not that great because they have like a trailing drawdown and stuff like that, but I might be fine with that because if you think about it, I move my stops to break even very aggressively. I'm aggressive to take profits with this strategy, so I guess this strategy kind of could suit those kind of funding firms such as Apex, and because they have so kind of strict rules with their drawdown and stuff like that. So let's go through this. What do we want to see with this strategy? We want to see we want to see FVG being created into iFVG. This is the basic model that you use. We want to see before our entry. So we need to see liquidity swept before we can enter, otherwise the entry is kind of invalid. These are basically the rules. You know, you can't just try to ride with the momentum when the situation feels appropriate to you. So let's just start backtesting this, and if you don't fully understand this yet, you can check the YouTube channel called DodgesDD. He's the one who has invented this strategy, and pretty much I just kind of fell in love with it, and I just want to practice it a little bit, and I'm considering also taking the Apex account 50k. So let's start from here. Sorry.
I'm just a
So let's start here. So what have we seen? We have pushed to the downside, took that high in daily, pretty good. Let's make sure we are in New York session. So this is the PM session open. I would rather start from the AM session, and New York, like the index, the stock market open 9:30. So we usually want to see what happens 9:30, and then we can adjust our bias and strategy. So let's just take a quick look to like daily chart. So as you can see, we reject away from this fair value gap, move lower, break this daily previous day lows here, have another boost to the upside, push, and are we rejecting from or delivering from any fair value gap? Sure, there is a hourly fair value gap, for example, here. You can see how the this body is kind of violate that, but it's not too big of a deal, I guess. This kind of whole area is in general is a fair value gap. This didn't even get tapped in, but that's not so important. We just kind of want to form our bias. So bias is here that we're kind of in the middle of this range here, because I'm thinking like, yeah, it looks bearish. We could reject from here, but we could also go take these highs. So I kind of want to see what price kind of prints me. So there is a liquidity up here. We got the M15 fair value gap being tapped, and what happens after that gets tapped? We reject, and this candle is rejecting right now. I'm 9:30 candle. Now this is exactly the model that we use. So we see bearish fair value gap. If we are bullish, we want that to get violated like this, and we could technically get long immediately from here. Targeting these highs, for example. Now if we are extremely bullish, this could be a good entry, but we're far in premium. I'm thinking that we could fall a little bit before possible move, and overall we could taper this. I'm not just feeling confident enough in my conviction. We're kind of delivering away from this M5 as well, so it's a good confluence, but we're not touching this. And you can see how that ends up dumping. So we need to understand when not to take the setup, and that's not too clean anyways. Like the candles are very choppy, and it's a little bit like it's not that obvious of a fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? We want to see these kind of clean pushing candles to our favored direction. Now we create equal highs. So what you wanna see is like a bearish fair value gap created here. Then we could like have an inversion. I'm not so sure that it's going to happen here, but that would be the ideal situation. And you can see we run that high and end up running all those highs. So this long actually, yeah, it didn't play out, but our kind of bias for taking longs kind of worked out anyway, but it just didn't provide you any setup. Like you could have taken setup from here when it closed above. I just didn't feel comfortable because we had so huge range to the downside, and we simply hadn't seen enough price action here. Let's see. So now we have new range. We took that high, but if you look at, there is a lot of highs here, and we actually failed to take any of this above here, and inside of this gap that we marked out, we could actually just remove this gap. It's kind of irrelevant. It's in daily here. So my idea is that maybe we are Maybe we want to push up here, so if it gives you like very nice signature and price that suggests that you should go higher, we would take that. Okay, delivering away from M5. The question really is, are we like, have we swept enough liquidity to the sell side? I think not necessarily, but I guess we have taken some of it. And what are the areas the market would visit before moving back to the upside? So it's really like there's like small fair value gap here that could get tapped, but we're already rejecting away from here. We could have tapped that if we wanted to. I could take like a smaller risk entry here, because look at that, that's the entry model. So fair value gap gets inverted. We usually like to take like 3% entry, but that's with the A plus setups, so I'm going with 1%. And yeah, this is the high that is the major target. But if you're actually thinking about the long buys and you would want to target these highs, now we might not go there and we could end up dumping very hard. So I'm just taking 1% by market buy there. And the rules go like this: when the next swing high is being hit, we move the break even. So this is what I mean by aggressive breaking stops, because we would move break even at this high. And you can see how that ends up dumping. And there is like too much liquidity maybe in the downside still. So we end up absolutely tanking. This is not the best day. The price action is kind of odd in my opinion. So inversion here is kind of odd. I don't really like that. Let's move to the next day. And you saw how I took a loss here. I only reached 1% because I understood that we were far in premium and there was a chance that we are seeing a huge dump here. But I just wanted to be a part of the trade if it played out, you know what I'm saying. So now we start trading away from here. This previous 4-hour candle prints huge wick, and we print huge wick to the upside and then flip bearish. We have 30 minutes to go. Market opens. I think this wick is very nice liquidity and it's going to target that. Let's go to the daily and see quickly how this is looking. Weekly as well. It's now Tuesday, so weekly candle is not even close to closing. We got weekly here, so I think we could be running lower based on these liquidity pulls and lows that we are seeing. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if we get like nice sell positions. What I would like to see is, in case of sell, I would want stock market open to push higher and sweep a lot of some of that liquidity. So we actually don't get too much volume, which is okay. Now we see some liquidity swept there. Unfortunately, this candle doesn't split that gap, nor any of the other gaps. So let's just continue watching this. It's kind of choppy. Swept that high once more. There's now a nice fair value gap there. Okay, So that gets inversed. What we don't like though is that the candle that ends up inversing that takes a bunch of liquidity in this area. We don't like to see that whatsoever, and that kind of makes me feel that this might not be so good, but we got still these lows. We are delivering away from M15 gap. That's exactly what you like. So we're still gonna take this. Stop can be like in generally like somewhere in this area. Usually I like to keep it like, you don't have to put it up here necessarily. Like usually if it gets hit, if price comes into this area, it would come all the way up here usually. So just keep your stop here and you are able to catch a little bit better risk to reward. Because I'm considering this to go full risk because M5 still didn't sweep any of the major levels of liquidity there. We are going to risk, because we have 20,800, so we are going to risk $880. So that's like 1.7%. There you go. Okay. So this would be a break even. You can see how we trade down, trade back up to here. So this would be a break even. So we are, I should have put that break even earlier, but we still have time. So let's set that. And if this hits my TP, it's fine. Or like, you know what I'm saying. Cool. And let's say this never hit my break even and we were trading down here. I would have scaled some of the profits off around here in these regions, and that's just generally what I do. You know, now we missed maybe some of the chances because I was looking at only the one trade that we were in already, but it's okay. There are some days when you get like, I don't know, like 3 to 4 trades, and then there might be weeks when price action is kind of choppy and bad and you don't really like what you're seeing, and you might not take too much setups, and when you end up taking setups you might end up losing. So you have to kind of be able to understand when to step away. We came down, failed to sweep, coming back down again. Let's see if we can catch anything in PM session. Okay, with PM session we shoot up, so I'm not thinking anymore of this pull necessarily. This is hourly wick there. Looks to me that we could be pushing there based on what's happening. Let's see what M1 gives ya. So this one sweeps out a lot of liquidity. We want this to be swept still. This would be very annoying if it didn't get swept and I was looking to get longs, because this could be a long. But what are you, like, how are you getting along when you are having equal loss at your stop loss? So unfortunately I can't take that, and obviously you shouldn't, but sometimes when you are frustrated and you can't really understand your strategy, you can get stuck with this and you can be like, okay, this is a long, so we should go long, but you need to understand how liquidity works. There's way too much sell side here, and maybe that's the reason why I should have gone short here. And you know, I'm only backtesting this, like I'm not master with this strategy. I'm basically practicing myself here. So looking at this now, I kind of simulated it and played it a little bit too fast, because I could have looked at like this fair value gap here and understood that we were probably going to push down here, delivering from this bigger gap here, and should have taken maybe sell here, but missed that. Let's go to New York session. Remove drawings and let's see what we get here. Daily. So you can see how we've been consolidating instead of previous day ranges. So that's why we haven't been able to catch like any big moves. It's gonna be bad. So you have to be careful when you're trading like so small in so small range. So what I like to do in this kind of small range when we're trading, let's look how these gaps are respected. So for example, this one, perfectly respected. So that's bearish. Okay. This gap is being disrespected. But does that mean that this gap is bullish? Not necessarily, because we got this bearish gap upside still. So we need to understand that it's okay if this gets disrespected, because if we are respecting this, it's still bearish. Nothing to say about that. Also, if you look at this, since we flipped this with this kind of, this is basically an inversion now. We haven't closed back below ever since, so this is basically a bullish gap now. And now there is like a bearish gap and bullish gap, and then it's just kind of ranging in between them. So do you see any other gaps? How you could define the order flow? There's this one. It's been disrespected. Not too much to say about that. We got this, that's getting inverted. Let's see if we can inverse this and maybe even this. 30 minutes to close. Obviously there are a lot of hourly gaps. Let's see if we can, yeah. So we could go short or long here. Liquidity is being built on both sides of the market, so we might have to well, we want to notice. So this is the last candle that closed the hourly candle, so let's see if we can close this. What do you have here? Nothing special. So look how we're getting closer to that last candle, and we are closing and starting to close above these levels inside of, and like respecting these gaps, you know. Okay, so hourly candle. Wait. Yeah, it's 4-hour candle. Yeah. So 4-hour candle disrespects this gap by respecting this still. So I don't really know, man. We are trading in an odd range. Is that some news candle? Looking like so. We are now dropping. So this has been a little bit hard trading range. This is making me think of shorts, but we need to build enough structure to support the idea of taking short position. I'm afraid we are a little bit too straightforward in this whole general area. Let's go to the PM session and see. So we come super close to that low, and I think PM session could provide you something. So this is inversing. I don't want to risk more than 1% because of the general range, and we are like, so question, have we swept enough sell side or buy side, sorry? No, we have not. This is fucking shit. You can see how I end up kind of dumping. This would have been a break-even position. Like if this candle, let's say, wicked up here, like this, then flip this, I would be so much bearish. But I just can't do that because we're just chopping. Let's go New York session again. Okay, we've broken away from this range. It's perfect. Perfect. Taking that low. Maybe targeting this fair value gap. When you see like huge wicks like this in daily, you really want to annotate that consequent encroachment, aka 50% of that wick. I'm not 100% sure why, but it's like an ICT concept and they do get respected, I've noticed. So let's put 50% of the daily wick. There you go. Let's just put it font 12. So I don't like this the slightest. I mean, I could like this if we were looking longs. So equal highs here. Meaning I don't really want to take shorts when you have that equal highs here. Obviously they are quite far down, so far up, so I don't know. Let's see how market opens. So no fair value gaps created. If we create like bearish, okay, this could look good. Okay, we're taking long here. Flip the gap. We are close to the equal highs. I'm looking at the range where to target. Probably this fair value gap 2R. I think this looks pretty good as a setup overall. You can see this would be break even. Now, okay, now we are above these highs. We have swept out of buy side, meaning that we need to close like 50% minimum, and then just let it run. Yeah, we made some profits there. If you prefer, you could close fully at that liquidity pool, because that's pretty a good point to go full profits at. Okay, liquidity swept. This is the more notable low. This got flipped. Do we think we're going still long? We swept a lot of buy side there. No, I can't force a setup here, so I'd rather stay out. We swept that high. These are like, this swept is high, but it's not that great of a sweep. Like, we could still come back. It's 11:10:45, so let's see. We could flip these gaps, these bearish ones, so they do get swept, but flipped, but it's very choppy candle. It's close to 11, so I would say that take a like a smaller risk size. Full TP at that high. I don't like that. Like, often when you flip very, like, the best setups when you flip the candle is when you, let's say you are in here, you flip all of these candles with one or two like very strong green candles. Now this is not it. This is like a choppy break of structure or choppy flip, you know what I'm saying? So you can't go full risk margin here. we are delivering away from like, I don't know, M3 fair value gap here, flipped this M3 gap already here, so you could have taken the trade from here. Now all of the gaps are flipped, but even this flip is not that great, so we are only going 1% risk. Let's make sure we had the 1% risk. So yes, 1.667 contracts. So does that high get swept? No, it doesn't. This one gets swept, so we're going to break even with this. We're going higher. That's okay. So this is break even position. Like if I had like much higher, like the 3% risk size, I would have scaled like 50% of the profits here. But because I only had like 1%, the profit in here would have been so small that I don't really mind losing that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's see what PM session looks like. We might skip it though. So we have pushed through these lows. That's notable. We are in this gap. We could even run up here, but let's just go quickly through this PM session and let's see if it provides you something. So we are trending to the upside. We have these bearish gaps, so if we flip all of them, or there is only really one, you could go long. Okay, that gets flipped. That is pretty nice flip, I'm not gonna lie. Again, PM session. It's kind of odd. I don't really tend to trade PM session. But yeah, we took the 1% trade entry there. And pretty much we have swept these equal highs now. Oh, let's take a quick look there. So there was equal highs or relative equal highs here. So yeah, I don't really know if market wants to push up here. We are over 2% up. We shouldn't be holding much longer, so I'm closing full margin. And for example, in this kind of situation, you might think about where do you go break even? Well, this is the break even position. It might seem ridiculous, but it is where it is. The rules say that when you break above here, you go break even. Sometimes I may break my rules and go break even only after this, especially if I have very small lot size or contract size, you know what I'm saying. Let's go to New York session. So this action again choppy, took this low, delivered to the upside. It's looking like we are, so this is Friday, so if the weekly candle close like this, we are about to create the fair value gap here, but we can't as of now. This fair value gap high doesn't really mean anything. Just a regular liquidity pool. Hourly chart that gets swept, this high, or rather this one, annotated. So bullish structure, you can see what's going on. So someone could say that we're going higher. That could easily happen. We got some range to go down if we want to, so keep that in mind. And let's start playing the candles and see how price starts playing out. So as of now, we're respecting this bearish. Yeah, if it had flipped that with like this within this first candle, I would have hopped in. Now it doesn't really make me like I don't really want to do it, so and it's unfortunate, but you have to let price live without you if it's about to do so, because when you're chasing these entries, it's like you're just getting wrecked. Okay, so you can see no fair value gaps in this area, only one in here that gets flipped. It got tapped in here, so that is not so good, because when it gets tapped in here, liquidity is being created in here, and now it sweeps that. But if you see, this candle sweeps that liquidity, and immediately the next candle just pushes higher, so that is some type of sign that we're going long. Now we need to be sure that we actually want to go long, because we got that daily previous day high swept. So do you actually want to go long in this kind of area where there is high resistance, liquidity up here, and we could see like a huge drop if market wanted to do so? We're way too far in premium. I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, the pattern might be correct, but I just can't go for it. So we're just going to taper it this. If you only traded like trending markets, so like you see if market is trending to the upside, you only take longs. You could have taken that without looking like the daily and stuff like that, but I like to refer to high time frame charts, and this wasn't for me. Okay, don't like what I'm seeing, so let's go to a PM session. Swept that high. Okay, now we are in general area where there is a reason for us to push to the upside, because in this area I didn't know if we were going to sweep these highs, because this could easily be an order block that holds and pushes price far down. So we just kind of have to react to what price is kind of showing us. We can't just guess what price should do in this area. I'm just waiting for the reaction and doing what price tells me, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's FOMC event. That's absolutely violent wick. If this is equal, this is like the best liquidity pool ever. I mean, it's fairly, I would say, yeah, that's, I've never seen anything more perfect. So I think, I hope that we can have a part of that short when that happens, if it happens. But as of now, we just want to move to the next session. So we traded far up. Let's see if we come back to that data low wick thing. As of now, we're still pushing. This being the next daily significant high. Let's just annotate this one. So we're pushing higher. If we wanna go long, we need fair value gap bearish being broken. Okay, is this good enough sweep of the lows? I do not like the fact that equal lows in this fair value gap, so we cannot take this long. Like sometimes they end up working out, sometimes not, but it wanted to manipulate that once more. Maybe we are now running to the upside, who knows. There's just problematic thing with these fair value gaps, because usually you only want to see one. When there's two, we need both of them being flipped, so in this case this needs to be flipped as well, which it does. But again, we need quite far down the stop. Let's say like 2 minute, there's balanced price range here, but I think this 2 minute candle low is fairly good. For your stop loss, Place order. Okay, it's not good. Doesn't work out. Let's see, like, okay, I'm 3, so we lost that. I'm taking another chance here with like smaller risks, but like we're still risking 2%, so we're taking 50% off there. Let's reassess our liquidity pool that we were looking to target. Like, was that any good? So yeah, I would rather take my positions out at that fair value gap. And then this one would become 2.17 RR. And it hits. So you can see how we took a loss here. We made that loss back and a little bit more. But you would call this a break-even trade, break-even day. But as you know already, this is like a new strategy for me. So maybe in the future I won't be taking the same setup here, or maybe I will be putting my stop down here so that I wouldn't be stopped out immediately. But it's good that I realized that there was another fair value gap and another possibility to go long here. It's 10 a.m. a little bit past, so we got nice time for possible trade still, although we are far in premium, so I don't know if we should really like expect market to do anything. Okay, so we started bugging a bit. We need to there you go. Okay, let's see what's going on in this. So next target that daily fair value gap, and we are taking longs to that gap if the market suggests that it is a good idea. So for example here, you could take this, and it could play out, but we are way too far in premium, and it's stock market. Oh wait, no. So yeah, this is just a little bit too much in premium, but you could take this if you were extremely bullish, and it ends up working out as well. So I could create a system where I could take these, but with like a smaller contract size or something. But yeah, let's just go to PM session and see what market has done. So this is very nice. We have retraced, so now we have a little bit more chance to do something because we are not so far in premium. So there's this gap, this low, and this high. Let's see if we can sweep one of them or take a trade to one of them. Okay, this gets flipped. This is one of those trades where you see how the candle that flips this gap. So this candle flips this gap, but simultaneously it takes out this high, so it's not as nice. But we can take 1% market sell there. Okay, so this should be break even. I just wanted to push down there, but nah, we just have to go break even. I can't I can't cheat myself there, because you know sometimes and very often it taps your break even and goes. And maybe there is a world where I will be able to look at these break evens and understand when I should maybe trail the stop loss a little bit, but not necessarily go to break even. Or and like even like here, we flipped, tapped myself at break even, flip this candle again, and you could have taken a sell here, taking around 1 to 1 hour, but you know, it's unfortunate I couldn't make money off of that move. Let's go to New York session. Remove drawings. And so here swept all of these highs. You are now running lower, certainly taking somebody else's lows. It might not take all of them, but yeah, it's looking pretty good for those lows. We also tapped into this fair value gap, took that high and these highs here, then started running lower. M15, M5 being respected here. Okay, so bearish PD arrays are being respected here, so we want to see like a basically exactly this. Now we just need to see like a nice inversion to the downside. I wouldn't even say, well, okay, let's just see what we get. This being respected. Okay, now this high gets swept. We leave like equal highs here, which I don't like the slightest, but we inverse this small gap. So this is not like an A plus setup. If that we swept all those highs, I would be all over this. But I just want to see what happens. You can see like, what can you do about this shit? Bias is correct. That's the most important thing for me right now, because when the bias is right, usually the trades that I end up taking, they usually still play out, even though I missed these ones. So we kind of have to allow it when we become, and you know, like when I become better trader, maybe I will be able to execute those with like a little bit better conviction. But we leave these lows. I don't know, maybe you are running up here to take out some of these highs. You got some low resistance liquidity. LR here. So maybe if you get like some structure builds, we could go take that LR here, although we are very far down. And I would rather see market take out like this gap there. But there's way too much in discount. We need to see a pullback, which we are seeing right now. Okay, quite big pullback. I don't like, again, the LR that is here. If I try to short this, I could get wrecked here, so I might not. I'm actually not trying to take shorts. I would rather let it run lower and then take the long when it kind of offers itself. Let's go to PM session. So PM session ends up going lower again. No, I'm going the session again. So this past, so only these past days we have had like decent price action, but when we started this live stream, we started backtesting from somewhere like here. It's so bad price action. For me, we swept this high, so or this fair value gap. So we are now in inside of an area where we could basically reject away from or absolutely violate this. So we need to assess where the liquidity lies. There's liquidity down here. These lows are important ones. If we are going for those lows, we want market to retrace from here. So the ideal situation is market takes out this high and respects this gap. Okay, it doesn't take out this high by respecting. It is respecting this gap as of now. It's not giving us entry right now. Okay, please sweep that high. No. So if it had swept that high and fair value gap inversed there, we would have shorted. Unfortunately, nothing there. I could consider longs if this. Okay, so this is a bit of an odd one because that ends up sweeping all these internal highs, but we got equalized there. I would target like 1.5 R into this range. So let's look back. So this is pretty much nice sweep. Let's look back in the range. So there's like order block which could end up rejecting, but I think these highs are going to get induced. So yeah, we got the order ready. Okay, it's going lower. What can I do here? It's okay, my stop was bad. It ends up liquidating me a lot running. I'm trying this again because it is what it is. We're going to 1.5. If we take like 1.6% risk a day, it's fine anyways. So I need to look at this hourly gap. 20 minutes to close. I don't know if we are going to hold, like respect this or not, but we have swept the buy side. So we need to go break even at minimum. We took the 1.5k loss here. I'm gonna just continue holding and hope that we're going to hold, but I don't think that's gonna happen. No. You know, market is fucking with us right now. It's mad. Look how that motherfucker takes me and goes. Takes me out and goes. Obviously never hits my targets. So it's been a little bit slow couple of weeks here, but I think you would be targeting this low if you see what's going on here. I like this fair value gap if that gets tapped in and like huge like weak rejection here, that would be like perfect. Market open. I don't like to take like the market open first candles, but this could be like LR here. You could long here, but we are only going to taper it. This I'm not going to take it. Oh, sorry, it's not market open, it's PM session. Well, I could then take that. Let's see. Wait. So there's like a small fair value gap in this. Let's order. Let's take like 1%. We have taken enough losses today. Okay, that hits. That's perfect. Very good trade in my opinion. But yeah, again, why I'm taking this 1% risks instead of 3% is because we are in PM session yeah, I'm just not used to trading PM session too much, so I'm just testing things out here. But yeah, we took that trade. I'm not interested in trading that session anymore. We go in New York session. AM. Okay. You got this daily gap / BPR. That gets like a perfect fill on point, so we could see a rejection here. We got some liquidity in terms of these lows. This high swept, so let's see what we get. Again, we are quite far, so I don't know. Let's see what price kind of gives us. This is looking to become okay. So we're not getting any of the sell side activities. We are far in premium. I don't feel comfortable longing this anymore. Let's hope we kind of get some nice inversion. I don't like that one. It's kind of odd. Should have taken that maybe. Maybe we should just long this. Because that's the high time frame bias here. So we could long to that high. Let's see where we are in the price. Okay, so the long kind of idea as an idea, it's kind of nice. But if you look at the what price is doing, order block in this range, fair value gaps, it just doesn't feel like a safe. Although there's a lot of liquidity up here. So let's just try this out with stops, break-even stops at here. So that's it. Just let it run. If it's bullish, it should go quite well to the upside. Okay, so maybe should have taken some profits out here, like 50% off here. Maybe I will next time, but it played out pretty well. Good risk management. Break even. Very aggressive there. But you know, I don't know. We kind of flipped this gap. I had an idea to go long, so. And even these kind of situations, you might not be correct with your bias of liquidity, but you might still be able to take some profits and get like the break-even setup, because you understand when this gets flipped, the next fair value gap for price to run is this one, so it usually goes there anyway, so you are getting like kind of like a free trade, you could say. So let's go. Sell bullet. PM session New York. Okay. We are pushing lower. Trying to violate this bullish gap. A lot of sell side, buy side swept. I can't be bullish with this. I just can't. Or I don't know. I'm always changing my mind, but I can't be necessarily bullish as of now. I just want to see like a nice retracement and then we could short again. So here it gets inversed, but don't like it. Fuck off. Okay, I'm now going to note this high. So we're wicked heavily. I don't know why. Is this some type of news candle? 8:30 seems like so. So 8:30 data lows. That is one of our favorite pair value, like a liquidity target. Sorry. Surprise, surprise. We don't get inversion. Maybe if we started trading earlier, we could have taken like this one here, which is actually annoying because now we missed it. We missed the whole fucking move. Now again we are okay. So sweep, inverse. Let's look. 2 minute, 3 minute. No, nothing there. It's looking decent. We're going. So yeah, we have been lately a little bit stagnant with our P&L. So I don't know. This could be a pretty big trade if it hit. It doesn't. Okay, it's like this is one of those times when we know that it's going to go. I just cannot capitalize in this when it wants to manipulate me out first. Okay. I would note these highs. Flip that for our gap. I don't know if it really means anything. But if we flip like bullish gap in this area, we could go short. Okay, it gets flipped. So, you know, there's decent amount of buy side swept here. Break here will be at that low, so. Okay, we are way too choppy. I don't want to see any of this shit. We don't really sweep any certain highs or lows here. I'm getting out. I couldn't handle that shit. Price is kind of fucking up with me. Okay, I'm taking this. So liquidity swept and break even. That was like a pre-trade, as you call them. Price flips that. it like this. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, fuck you. So yeah, price action has been a bit shit here, but we're probably pushing up that high, so I'm staying my bullish in my bias. Obviously now you run that high, so let's go. Let's see how that gap has been respected at 50%. If we can push up there. Let's look at the range. So there is kind of choppy range there. That gap is filled. Rejection. So we'll be super bullish. We flip this bear gap now. We are simply taking a long. We create relative equal highs here. Just remove this fucking gap, it's fucking with my head. So let's go with that. Okay, it's disgusting price action. Scale half off. So yeah, there you go. Go break even. So we're now running higher. I would. So we took like $500 there. We need to let it run if it wants to run, because like. Okay, so we're pretty good. We've taken that high now, so that is a point where you want to close full. That was a good one. Ends up hitting. We took a couple of stupid losses there prior, and that's what I mean when I'm saying that we are kind of break-evening this right now. Like, I started very well with this account, backtesting, but ever since I took a few too many losses in stupid places, because I'm a little bit inexperienced with this accounts, with this strategy still. So let's see. Sweep of those lows. Bull and bull, definitely. Although we got these. I hope this is like an SMT. I don't have SES here now, but I would want to see like a bearish gap now being inverted. Obviously we need to create a bearish one first. A small one is there. We are delivering away from that M15, so I don't actually mind this. It swept this high, so I'm not going to go full risk, but we're going to target these highs with 2% risk. Oh shit, that would have been break even probably. That high. Fuck this shit. Well, we flip that gap again, so I'm going to take new entry. We swap a little bit more liquidity, so I Actually, I don't like this equal loss here, but so yeah, we're going to take 1% risk here. Yeah, they're getting swept most likely. He probably manipulated me out a couple of times, and now it's running about like. For me, it's more important to be correct in my overall bias than hitting these huge trades in backtesting software. So this is the last one we're taking. I think this is pretty good. We are inversing many of the gaps. So pretty shitty bad shit here, but yeah, kind of stalls there. This would be break even. Okay, it's my break even. I was kind of greedy with that shit. Should have taken profits. I think we're running that high. Let's just okay, rebalancing from this. We are in pretty good place in price, so let's just hope that we are able to give a nice flip in price. That's decent. Okay, okay, this is a plus in my opinion. We got a lot of liquidity up here. Wait. I wanna take half off here. Go break even. Scale a little bit more off at like these highs. So you can see like I take few stupid losses, but I can still identify these A plus setups. Okay. So you know real time I would have scaled off here, but it wicked and then went down, so I didn't feel like it was something I wanted to do down here. But my bull bias stands, meaning that we can still take longs if this provides you some nice. Okay, it doesn't. That would have been a huge trade if that hit. Which is annoying because it's annoying that I can't stay with those, but we're definitely running up here. Maybe taking out that low. I'll it up. Okay, so we got liquidity here as well. Let's see what M1 just gives me. Market open. Fuck you with equal loss, really, man. I think this is still a good one. If I just like no. I'm not taking the loss here. I should have been break even. Scaled off here, but I basically missed it. So I wanna allow price to move. Okay, so I'm taking the full position off there. Now I was able to kind of monetize with my inability to follow my rules, but it is what it is. I'm taking that shit. New York session, let's go. That was a good profit there. So what we have here, market chopping to the downside. Was swept that high. I'm sure there's like equal high with some of these. Yeah. So we could either run immediately or take out that first. I would rather take out that first and then run a little bit like this. In M1 you are obviously like a in very small time frame, so that's you could even sell down here or do something like that. So let's see if we can monetize on, for example, okay, this one. I'm just trying to take 1% because like it sweeps that high. It might not hit that low. Maybe it wants to manipulate a little bit. That's why IQ does. It manipulates you like hell. That was a break even. So maybe it wants to sweep a little bit more buy side. We could be even offered like a better sell here. So I'm definitely interested, but then the structure that kind of provides the inversion is like ass. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm just continue risking the 1% that was initially the risk, because the structure that builds and creates the inversion is so ass. There was still a possibility that it played out, but honestly speaking, it was bad. So are we running higher? We are creating a lot of LR here, but we might just honestly pump higher or not, never like take that low. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. Let's see let's see what we have here. This inversion I like because of that liquidity, and we've been trending. I'm taking the 2% buy. That was stupid. Okay, we clearly didn't sweep enough sell side. You know, it always takes a little bit more sell side and then it runs. So let's go to next session. So okay, FXReplay lags a little bit. No problem, we just reload the page. So yeah, we're running up, so I can't take sells, especially before this liquidity is being taken, which it does take that. Now it comes lower. There's only like a small fair value gap, but I'm keen on taking that still if that gets inversed, because we are looking at a nice liquidity pool. So we're going to take this anyway. Yeah, there you go, motherfuckers. Okay, we swept a little bit more. Okay, that was a huge win to our. We made 6% with that. So you can see how I kind of know where market is going, but I'm kind of I'm kind of in a rush and I take like these too early entries. So at least I'm able to take these another ones that are still running to my, like it would be much worse if I like literally didn't know where market was running and then just tried to do something. But I kind of knew where market is running. It just wanted to manipulate once more before going. So that's why I was only able to make 3%, even though I made 6% with that move, but I lost another 3% there. So where do you want to go next? Well, you swept all those. Next is this, and let's mark out this high. So I don't think that market is going to push down here, at least today. Way too much volume needed. Obviously, it's probably going to take some sell side now. So what is that? What does that mean? LR here. Like it doesn't necessarily need, if it's extremely bullish it could just continue, but okay, so that's getting flipped. We could run down. Let's see what we have. So yeah, pretty nice fair value gap here. Inversion break even point here. Okay, so we don't end up running, we are break evening this. Okay, we do a little bit, run a little bit. 50% off there. I'm holding the 2R. If that's something market is willing to give me. Okay, it's okay, moved there. In the end, that was pretty nice. We're getting better with this. Man. And I'm not that far away from profitability. Like I'm able to see the draw liquidity. I'm able to see the things that profitable traders need to see. You know what I'm saying? I just sometimes ignoring even some of like very obvious shit. I might be too ignorant to take some long, even though there's like equal loss at my stop loss, and then it ends up running my stop loss and going to my direction still or some shit, and I might be like a little bit too ignorant and like in a little bit too big of a rush. Let's see. No bearish fair value gaps here. Can't take long here. We cannot take longs. Okay, that one. we need some obvious one. This is too choppy, man. I mean, it's moving with the volume, but it's not moving with the nice gaps, you know what I'm saying? It's annoying when this happens. I knew it's going higher. If you like, just print some farewell gap here, bearish farewell gap here, and we inverse that, I would have gone long. But what can you do when your strategy, like, market just doesn't provide the conditions that I need, man? It is what it is. Let's say we could have had like, I don't know, M3 farewell gap. No, we didn't really have anything. So we're now running these highs. I cannot long this, way too far in premium. I mean, okay, we're building some liquidity, we are retracing. Let's go to PM session if we can get something. Okay, there's nothing. There's FOMC, I would say that gets flipped. Do you want to sell FOMC a few minutes after? If you wanted to, you could gamble to like this lows. You can see what ends up happening. Way too much volume. A couple of minutes after, and this is the ignorance that I was talking about. Like, I might be even ready to take that sell, but I don't see that there is this high that could be run to. And yeah, now it actually that was taken here, but you know what I'm saying. This could be a position where we wanted to manipulate once more, and now we could actually go short. So let's just think about this. Stop would be at that high or some shit. How does the structure support this idea? Well, I would say it's not looking too bad, like to that low. I'm going market sell 1%. That's break even. Okay, it doesn't end up running. It's unfortunate, but okay. Yeah, that would have stopped us anyway. You know what? Okay. New York session. Stopped us anyway. You know what? Okay. Just but we inverse this small gap. So this is not like an A+ setup. If that we swept all those highs, I would be all over this. Okay. Let's continue with this show. We are bullish still, I would say, but it's kind of broken structure to the downside here. Let's see, 30 minutes too far our close, so let's see if we can close above this with your 10 a.m. which is here. But I don't know really. Market could go lower, market could go higher, but I would prefer shorts because there is liquidity, LR here, fair value gaps. Let's see what we get. Also, market could be respecting the 4-hour fair value gap. It doesn't close below wicks. Okay. No, it closed below. We don't take any of the lows here with that candle, so that's quite nice. I like this. These equal lows are here. Okay. Fuck that bitch. I swear if it goes. Okay. Okay, I'm taking another. Okay, I'm kind of changing price. I'm not gonna lie here. I should just long this. So how about this? But we're clearly bullish. Run to that high. Okay, that hits. This is a like this is bad entry really, because I should have entered here. That would have provided like 9% win with 3-odd trade. I'm down for the day. Okay. So for example, that day we took 2 bad losses. We took a nice win that covered those losses, but I don't know. I just did a little bit too little analysis and ended up taking the loss by not understanding properly why market was going where it was going, and like market isn't really giving me too much cues that it's going lower when it's absolutely going higher. I just can't short every inversion when it's going higher so heavily. In this kind of range, I'm kind of expecting that we run lower because all of these has got swept. So I just want to see like a break of structure, or not break of structure, but like inversion. We're gonna take this to those lows. Unfortunate that like there was this one, because otherwise I could have taken the short at here and the position would have looked something like this. Because now I have to be a little bit more anxious with this stop loss. Okay, this is not good. Good sign. When market comes with so strong bear candle, this is usually what happens. It absolutely wrecks your stop. You should close here when it closes like that. That's what I should have done there. But I'm still thinking we will run that low. So let's see what we can have, if anything. Okay, that gets swept. Okay, market is playing with my that would have been breaking as well. I don't know why I'm not going to break even. I don't like this. This is fucking shit. What the fuck is this, man? I might go along with this with that inversions because we're failing to do anything efficiently to the sell side, and we got so much of that fucking buy side. Can you give me like a nice sell, a buy setup? Okay, it fucking does not. So I'm kind of in the right side of the market, but I'm still losing because market kind of wants to wake me up before moving, you know what I'm saying? I'm bullish at these highs. Okay. This low swept is very good sign. More so swept, good sign. Okay. There you go. Please, okay. I'm taking this 2 minutes inversion. I'm kind of just testing things out, but I should have taken profits there and like, because now it's just I think we're pushing down based on what we're doing right now because we're trading so heavily to the downside. I reckon we still can't get in because this fucking motherfucker doesn't want to provide me. I don't like that choppy. This is the entry I want to see, like conviction. Like strong bear candle to the downside. Uh, 100% off. I'm not fucking with this no more. It's manipulated me too many times. Okay. That low liquidity. All I can say. Can't get in is all I can say as well. Not very clean price action there. I will flip that gap. Let's see if there's like a sell side target. Well, there is a reason for us to go a lot higher now because of that got swept. M15. Yeah, you could just go higher to that range. While it's not going. Let's go next session. That's kind of crap. Okay, we're running higher, which in this case would mean that we're running this high. Same situation as always. We are inside of fair value gap for our closing 30 minutes. Let's see if this gets respected. We are looking bullish. I like this gap. I need to make a quick review of what is going on here. That is okay target for me. Oh, that was break. That's a break even. I didn't let me put that there. Okay, we close above. So that parallel gap is flipped. We need to sweep all of these if we want to go low. Long, so sorry. It's kind of choppy, but I guess this could do as a setup. Okay, it doesn't. Well, there was a little bit too much sell side still, so I don't know why I was doing that. Okay, I should start trading at 8:30 realistically because we have missed few setups because of that shit. Just be a little bit more careful with the 8:30 news and 9:30 stock market open, because we can catch nice moves still in 8:30. Please give me like a nice sell side action. Sweeps on that. Okay. This is looking cool so far. I like this flip. We might get wrecked here. Oh god, that was breaking as well. Stupid bitch. We're trying to make our money back there. Okay, I should have taken. So we lost there 1.5k. So there's that. We got some LRLR. Buys I swept. That kind of fucking stops that shit. Oh, we're going short. I'm taking as much as I can, but let's just mark like 1 to 1 or that's there. Fucking hell. There. Break even. You know, sometimes I fail to remember the break even thing. So I'm checking that and then I'm just hoping that no, I'm not taking that shit. That's too much, you know. It's actually this candle that close above, so we can have a buy actually. haven't swept enough sell side. I mean, it's still nice to see. It's still nice to see these being hit. Looks like we are going to run that once more. Okay, we're not that. Break even, you motherfucker. Okay, data lows. I'm definitely targeting those if we get this inverses. So you can see how I can make money with this strategy, but I got some problems with sometimes executing maybe too early or some shit. And occasionally I'm wrong with the bias. I can still take this. I'm kind of chasing price here, but look how it ends up working. I'm targeting this gap. This is the real one. I should have taken the trade really here, but missed it. Nice to fuck off with this break evens.